Good morning, everybody. We're going to learn a little bit about Microsoft Word today and how to save a document, open a document, and get started with Microsoft Word. And then when we're finished with our document, we have to save it. And I want you to learn about how to save it. But first and foremost, let's everybody open Microsoft Word. Okay? Go ahead and pause while you open up Word and then start the video again once you've got Word open. When you get into Microsoft Word, one of the things you will find is it has some settings in there that don't make sense. Okay? For example, I want a single space document. What does single space mean? Single space means there is font or text on every line. So I'm going to type my name. And then I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to type teacher's name, which in this case is Mr. Case. But it looks like, if you look in between here, it looks like there's a whole line in between. I don't want a whole line in between. Where did that come from? I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to go up here to a little button. It's called a dialog box launcher. And I'm going to open the paragraph dialog box. When I open that up, you'll notice that it says before and after. Before 0 points, after 10 points. Okay? What this is telling you is it says after you hit enter, add 10 points. Well, what's 10 points? That's just a little space. 1 point is 1/72 of an inch. So therefore, 10 points is 10/72 of an inch. So every time you hit enter, it's going to skip 10/72 of an inch. So I'm going to tell it right here. You'll read this. It says don't add space between paragraphs of the same style. In other words, don't add space. I'm going to click that. And it says line spacing right here is multiple. I'm going to change it to single. Then I'm going to click OK. Boom. Now, did you see what happened? It went back together and it's all on the same line. What you need to know about Microsoft Word is that they have these settings in there for basic documents. And when we're typing letters, when we're typing papers for school, when we're typing a lot of documents, we need to make sure that our spacing is correct. Now, I'm going to go ahead and finish this. This is what you should put at the top of every one of your papers. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to delete all this. And first thing I want you to do when you open Microsoft Word is click on the paragraph dialog box launcher. And I want you to click in this checkbox, don't add space, and I want you to put in there single space. Do that before you do anything else. Now, there's one other thing you need to know is when you do a paper for school or anything important, you don't want to change the font and the font size. We're going to change our font to Times New Roman. Okay, Times New Roman. That is the most accepted, most common formal font. So we're just going to make our documents Times New Roman, and then the size is size 12. That's all I want for right now. Times New Roman, size 12. And I'm going to go ahead and type my name, and I want you to do the same thing. Type your name. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to type the teacher of the class. The teacher of this class is Mr. Case. Enter. Then I'm going to type the class name. This is Business 6A, or 7A, or 6B, or 7B. This stands for 6th grade A day. So it'll be your grade followed by what day it is, A or B. And then I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to put the date. I'm going to put the date in a specific format. And I want your date to always go on a paper in this format. Don't put 03/13/2017. I don't want that. Okay, we're going to start with 03. That's correct. Then we're going to do a space. Check that. Today's date is the 13th, so we're going to go 13. And we'll go space. We'll type the month, March. And we'll add the year, 2017. That's how your date should appear on all your papers. Day, month, year, and type out the month. So now I'm going to hit enter, enter. Okay, now I've started my paper. All right. This is a brief introduction on how to get started with Microsoft Word. Make sure you change the settings when you use Word. Google Docs has settings in it also that don't make sense. We'll talk about those another day. But for today, what I really need you to know is make sure you come in and you check on the paragraph dialog box and you tell it don't add space, and you set the spacing, whether you want single or double. This is where you'll tell it, single space, double space, then click OK. Now, I am going to show you how to save this in the correct way to save it. We're going to call this document, I'm going to tell you the file name is day one. That's the name of the file, okay? Day one. That's what we're going to name this file. When we save it, we got to give it a name, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute, okay? But I'm going to give you specific requirements on how to put that in, okay? First, we're going to save. We're going to click on the File menu up here to save, right? File. Takes a minute. Save as. Now, you understand the difference between save and save as. Save as gives us the opportunity to tell it where we want to save it, give it a file name. It's when you save something the first time, you can determine where it's going to be saved and what it's going to be called. So I'm going to scroll down, and we want to save, this is how you want to save all your documents. You want to go down here, and you want to find this PC and listed in here. There it is, this PC. Okay? And then on this right window, you're going to scroll down, and you're going to find the one with your username in it. Okay, this is your username right here. Okay? I'm going to double click on this username. Okay? Oops, that's the wrong place. What are you doing, Mr. Case? You're doing it wrong. I'm going to back up. That's not the correct place. Where's the one with my username in it? There it is. See, it's got my username in it, MARCAS51. Yours has got the 2 numbers in front, but find the one with your username in it. Now, inside of this is called my H drive, the one with my username. You notice it's got an H after it. I'm going to save it in here. Now, I've created folders, and I think you should do the same thing. These are folders for each of the school years. I'm going to double click here and open the one for this school year, and I have folders for each of my classes. This is business class, and I'm going to create a new folder just for 6th grade. Okay, 6th grade. Okay, I'm going to open that folder. Now I'm going to give it a file name down here. And what I say this name of this file was, day one. The first thing I'm going to do is put my initials all lowercase. I'm going to use all 3 initials. If I had 4 initials, I'd use 4, but my initials are MAC, and I put them, notice I put them all in lowercase. Then I'm going to put my file name with no spaces, DAY1. Now notice right here, MACDAY1, all the initials are in lowercase. That's how I do it. And we'll work on that more later. I'm going to save it, and there you go. You have now created and saved your first document in Microsoft Word. We'll talk about it when you get done. When everybody gets done, we'll stop and talk about it. Thank you very much. You've done a good job.